And I know all of you have been anxiously awaiting for the next moment. And without further ado, our 2021 Driver of the Year is Robert Bell from Smithfield, North Carolina.
This is really amazing right here. I was telling my wife last night, she said, do you have a speech? My speech for what? She said, for your Driver of the Year, I dreamed you won. I'm like, okay, yeah, I keep a speech, but I told, when I first came here, I remember Steve Williams was standing up there giving his part, and he said that we are not better than anybody else. We're different. Different. We're very different from everybody. And I always said, no matter your color, your religion, or whatever, we all share a common color, and that was maroon. And I hope and pray that I'll be able to come behind the guys that have went before me and represent Maverick the same way. Thank you, guys. Y'all are the best.
First of all, obviously, Robert, from me to you, congratulations. Like I said a few minutes ago, I know that you've been waiting for this, and I think it's well worth the wait. And I can't think of a better person to be putting in with our Driver of the Year group, especially as we approach what will be a new normal, right? With COVID and those types of things. There's a lot of work that we can do to stay close to our drivers. It's harder to do. And so, TJ, obviously, you served on the council all year last year. So kind of in your own words, tell us a little bit about your year as the 2020 Driver of the Year.
It was definitely different kind of year. Like you said, there's changes that we're trying to adapt to, and as I stated a while ago, there's as a company we really went head on with the adversities that we were faced with, from working at home to the communications and whatnot. We worked hard on trying to bring those to bigger life, to where we got better communications and things like that. We've tried to make pushes on like the MEC program and the rating program for the customers and things of that nature that we've done. Outside of that, it was an unbelievable year, because y'all kept the miles going, y'all kept the money coming. I mean, we were pay raises, the things that y'all brought to us y'all kind of made it hard for me, because y'all kept bringing so much good. I kept looking for things, and when you bring that much good to us, it's kind of hard to bring stuff up and complain about. And that's one thing I do like about being here, though. So it's been an absolutely amazing year, amazing ride. And it don't stop here.
Right.
By all means. So I've enjoyed it.
Well, you've got a unique perspective, because you've been in the office
Right.
before, right, and trainer and all those types of things. And so, I think your unique perspective really kind of helped out as we talked about communication with the drivers, specifically around customers and that sort of thing. So why don't you talk a little bit about that, just why that was one of those things that was so important to you for now and into the future, obviously.
Well, not everybody that is in the industry and has a job in the industry has actually been out here dealing with the things we deal with one-on-one, such as the customers and what have you. So, you got and by all means, our people do an awesome job at what they do. But it further helps them when they have our feedback to really see what we're going through at the different customers, different days, different times, different shifts. And, that's going to help them be able to utilize our time better and pick our loads and our customers and things of that nature better as well. And in turn, that helps the drivers. Obviously, if we all know our saying, if the wheels ain't turning, we ain't earning. So, these customers that we get into, or maybe it's just appointment times, things like that. But all this communication is making everybody come together and seeing how every little piece works. Every decision that everybody makes inside these pieces affects somebody else and another part of it. And I think we continually, by opening this communication up and with these customers and stuff, it not only helps us, but it helps the customers, because a lot of those customers they take our feedback and they're like, hey, I really didn't realize we had a possible issue in that area, or that we could have done this a little bit different. Some of them are who they are, and that's who they're going to be, but there's a lot of them out there that strive to be better and work with us just as much as we want to work with them. So it makes improvements all the way around, and we're going to make this happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So I appreciate that, and that's one of those things we'll keep on striving for. Now, Robert, as you come into this thing and you've heard TJ talk a little bit, I know it can be a little overwhelming, but you've got a lot of drivers of the year that'll be helping out with that. But what are your initial thoughts?
I think that we can all find something to make anything better, but sometimes you gotta look at what you got. You can always be in the best position that you can be in, instead of trying to find fault all the time. Look at the good stuff that's right there in front of our faces and stuff. Like he said, we have good people that's there for us, but if we don't take advantage of it and use it, it's no good to us. Like, whenever you're having trouble, call your fleet manager, call different people and stuff, and just find out and get the ball rolling. It took time for me to realize that too, that, my fleet manager is not only there to make sure I'm getting my load there on time, he's also there to make sure things go smooth for me. But if I don't, communicate with him so he can communicate with the right people to get everything going, it's no good to me. That's one thing I want to, to the new drivers, is express, communication. That's the main thing, communication. If they don't know, nothing they can do about it. And that's my main goal, is for me, myself also, is to communicate better.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. So Robert, tell us, we should also, tell us a little bit about you and your kind of your Maverick experience, that type of thing, so people know kind of where you're from and that sort of thing.
I started out whenever I graduated from Johnson Community College here in Smithfield. Maverick had a 2-year weight limit then. So I went to this other company and I worked for them and stuff. And I would always tell everybody, ask me, how did I get over here? There was a guy named Ranger. I met him at an old steel. He ain't with us no more. He passed away. I met him at an old steel mill in Ohio. And I asked him, I said, why do guys always pick on y'all? And he would tell me, because we do stuff different. And we both was getting coils going to the same spot. And he said, go ahead and do yours. I just threw it up there, chains and stuff, no edge protectors, no nothing. And he timed me. He said, now watch me. He did his the same time that I did mine, but he cared about what he was doing. And I'm like, I want to do that. And he gave me an application, and I put in one with Maverick and one with Milton. And I'm saying the first one called, that's who I'm going to. And Angie called me, Dean's wife. She recruited me and everything. And we went through all the process and stuff. And I had told my previous employer I was leaving and told them where I was going. And boy, they started downing you. And so then when I told Angie that, I'm ready, she said, let's give them a 2 weeks notice. And then I told all the stuff they were saying about him. She said, okay, still let's give them a 2 weeks notice. because that's just the way we do things. And I knew Maverick was different then. I knew
Yeah.
right there something about these people. And, you know, I've been over here, I've trained, I've been lucky to, you know, every fleet manager that I've ever had, from Van Beck, Leanne Lindsley, Beth, and all of, and Randy Payne, he was a good one. They've always pushed me to do more. They were like, oh, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. And, you know, it's just the people over here, they care so much about you, because I broke down one time in West Virginia and it was no phone service. And Beth was my fleet manager at the time. And luckily there was a payphone there. And I called her and told her, and she said, we're going to get somebody out there. We're going to get a record. Call me back. I'm going to be here. Like, man, it's going to be after 6 o'clock. She ain't going to be there. But then I'm like, I'm going to call her back so tomorrow I can fuss her out, because she was right there. She did not leave until that record came and hooked me up and got me going. That's the kind of stuff that you don't get from other companies. And I see it all the time. And whenever you go somewhere, you see Maverick drivers helping other drivers tarp their load, roll up their tarps and stuff. It's like, you don't have to be a Maverick for a Maverick to help you. And I've been to places that guys will say, hey, my boss man said, would you help me? He said, I told him it was a Maverick driver. He said, will you show me? You know, other companies respect Maverick also. And that's why I just love it here myself.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Robert. We obviously love having you, and it's your time, and I'm so proud that we were able to make it happen. So congratulations again.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And TJ, thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure. Yeah, it's been my honor.
And hopefully later on this year, we'll get to see each other in person again. That would be a lot of fun.
Look forward to it.
All right. Hey, thanks so much, and we will talk to you soon.